How is everyone doing? Good, I hope. I just want to talk about the Atari VCS, and I was wondering, let's say if Atari stops apart on the Atari VCS, let's say if they went out of business, or if they just didn't have the money to keep it going, now that's a possibility, what I mean, because Atari don't have the funds like they used to, and so unless if the VCS doesn't sell well, Atari won't make the money to keep it up and running. It costs money to make money, if you understand what I'm saying, and Atari need more of it than they're spending, if you understand. Now, what am I guessing there? I don't know the internal financial structure of Atari, how they spend money, how they make profit, but Atari now, even though they're out of the red, if you know what I'm saying to you, they don't owe any debts, as far as I'm aware of, they're actually making profit, we assume, but I doubt it's enough to call the VCS a success. It's too early to tell, basically. That's what I'm saying. It's too early to tell if it's an outright failure in the terms of Atari just don't have the money to keep it up and running. I don't know, but I'm guessing right now they're just doing okay, barely, in terms of sales and the amount of profit they're actually making from the VCS. Now, I'm only guessing. It could be better than that, it could be worse, but I'm just thinking right now, the Atari VCS has been available since Christmas time 2020 to backers, right? Then in July 2021, it's been available to the general public in stores and stuff like that. In America primarily, GameStop, Best Buy, Micro Center, and now it's available on Amazon.com. Right, so so from July to now, pre-orders, VCS units actually sold in stores, software sales on the Atari VCS store. I'm only guessing that right now they're just doing barely okay, but I don't think that's going to be enough for the next 5 years. I'm saying to you, I think it's only going to be another 2 years if they're lucky. So they have to hope that the VCS becomes a success like the Switch in order to keep it going. Even I'm only guessing about all that. I don't know how much they're making from the VCS or anything like that. But I'll say this, it's not an out and out failure. Yet, like the Intellivision Amigo or the Atari Jaguar. The Atari Jaguar, I believe, was a failure for Atari. It was on a lot of top 10 worst consoles lists. Mediocre games at best. It was a failure. It was a failure, and Atari went bankrupt from it. So the same thing could happen again with the Atari VCS, but I believe it's too early to tell. But I'm only guessing that right now they're just doing barely okay. But that's not good enough. I think they're gonna have to sell at least 6 Atari VCSs out of 10. That's if they want to make profit from it. But Atari, I believe Atari are smart in the sense that they won't make so many consoles at a loss, if you understand what I'm saying to you, because they know that they don't have the money to manufacture VCS units that they can't sell. I'm only assuming all these things, because I don't want Atari to go under. I'm a fan. I want the VCS to be successful. I don't want to see Atari going bankrupt, so I hope it doesn't happen. But more than likely, it's going to happen, unless it becomes a success like the Nintendo Switch. That could happen, but Atari is going to need at least a fraction of that success. Do they have it now? I don't think so. But it's too early to tell, in my opinion. But if it did fail, let's say Atari stops apart the Atari VCS, like they did with the Jaguar and they went bankrupt. For consumers like myself and fans, is that the end of the Atari VCS? Well, no. because you can still play all the games that you purchased through the Atari VCS store. You can still emulate games through Chrome and stuff like that. You know, because Chrome will still be active on the VCS and you can still emulate games through it. So it won't become a brick, is what I'm saying. The Atari VCS won't become a brick if Atari stops supporting the system. Well, not straight away anyway. See, I'm only guessing. You know what I mean? I'm only guessing. I'm praying for the best scenario here. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want the Atari VCS to become a brick. But because it's a digital console, it could become a brick, but I doubt it. Because all the games, because I tested it, right? I went offline with my Atari VCS for 3 hours and was still able to play all the games I purchased through the VCS store without an internet connection. So that leads me to believe, even without internet, I could still play my games. You know, now, so Atari stopped supporting the VCS. We won't see any more Atari games, recharge games, or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So, the homebrew scene will still be active, I think. But at least I hope it does, like it did with the 2600, you know. Bottom line is, I don't know how well the Atari VCS is doing. I don't know what kind of fan base it has, but it has a fan base. It's very small at the moment, but as time goes on, it'll get bigger and bigger, or so I hope. So I'm hoping for the best here, because I want the best scenario here for us. Ultimately, as fans, as consumers, I want us to be able to enjoy our Atari VCS for a long time, the longest time possible, and to be able to continue to enjoy playing it, even if Atari go under. That's what I want to happen, because a lot of people are saying to me that as soon as Atari stops supporting the system, that's it, it's a brick. But I don't think so, because like I said, we went offline for 3 hours, I was still able to play my games that I purchased through the VCS store. Now, the only things I couldn't play was Xbox Cloud Gaming, Stadia, and Chrome, because I didn't have access to the internet. But everything that I purchased through the VCS store, the vault, everything, I was able to play. So I don't think it'll be a complete brick. That's what I'm saying. You know, I'm hoping that if it does fail, it won't turn into a brick. You know what I'm saying? I know I probably sound like an idiot, but I'm just praying for the best scenario here for consumers, for fans of Atari and the Atari VCS. That if Atari, nothing lasts forever, fellas, you know, but like, I hope that it can get at least 5 years, the Atari VCS, you know. We just don't think it's going to happen as much as I'd want it to happen and wish to happen. But it's too early to tell. It's too early to tell. But one thing I know for certain, it's not an out-and-out failure like the Amigo or like the Atari Jaguar, because people know about it, people talk about it, even if they don't give a shit about it or they hate it, they're still talking about it. It's on YouTube, people are making videos, so there's even a Atari VCS fan group on Facebook that I'm a part of, over 700 members. So yeah, I mean, you know, it's not a failure. It you know, as far as I'm concerned, you know, I mean, even the haters talk about it, which is getting its name out there, okay, for the wrong reasons, in my opinion. I don't know why these people hate the Atari VCS, but they're on a mission to destroy it, you know. So that's up to us, the fans, to counter these people. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do. I do my best. You know what I mean? You know, but you just can't reason with some people, and people can't change my mind. Like the haters can't change my mind of they want me to join their side and become a hater. Well, I'm not a hater in general, because it's just a bad way to be. It makes it into a very bitter person, and I'm not like that, and I don't want to be like that. You know, that's why I supported the Amigo, even though it turned out to be a failure. I wish the best for it to come out, and the people that backed it, because we're all gamers, you know. Hate only leads to bad things, and it's not necessary. But there's people out there that don't give a damn about that. They want to drag people down to their level to make them feel like shit. Well, I'm not like that. You know, I'm not like that at all. You know what I mean? And even when the Atari VCS was first starting off on Indiegogo, I believed in it wholeheartedly, and people called me an idiot. I don't care, because I knew that it would come out. you know, because they had updates, they had facts, they kept us in the loop. But the Harriers were saying that's all made up. That's Photoshop. That's not made up. That's no. They just didn't want to believe it. But look, I said, these people are now talking about the Atari VCS, even though they still hate it. So there you go, like, you know. Anyway, they're just my opinions. Like I said, I don't know. I have no proof or but I'm just going by what I think is happening and what I believe will happen. You know, if Atari goes under again and they stop supporting the Atari VCS, I don't think it'll be a complete brick. You'll still be able to play the games you bought from the Atari VCS store. You know, now I'm talking about Atari official stuff, right? So like I don't know. Like, you know, if you guys know, or if it has any info, like, tell me, you know, because I'm just going by what I think is going to happen. So Atari stopped supporting the Atari VCS, so they won't produce anything for it. So, but it's still an open Linux PC. So Atari won't update the system. So eventually it probably will turn into a brick. Because it's not getting any system updates. So I don't know. I don't understand. I don't know, to be honest with you. So that's why I'm asking people out there, views now, tell me, you know. But I don't think it'll be a complete brick. That's the best answer I can come up with. I know it sounds stupid, but, you know, that's something I was thinking about. What would happen if Atari stops supporting the Atari VCS, like they did with the Jaguar? Now, the thing with the Jaguar is you can still play the games that you bought, but they're cartridges, so that never, and the system doesn't require updates. So what I'm saying is, if the VCS didn't get any future system updates, would it turn into a complete brick? That's my question. I don't know. I'm not an engineer or anything like that. So anyway, I hope everyone has a good day. Take care and bye bye.